Going to Kamkunji is nowhere there, but you have confirmed it's inside the DCI. How he's being held there, we don't know because you don't. I'm not aware that the DCI is a gazetted area for holding people. I don't know. I don't think I've got no current book. I don't think I've got a cell register. They don't, and so it's being illegally held, and that's what that's just another abduction. There's no reason why Morara cannot be taken to a police station, booked into an OB, and entered into a cell register, so that he can be known that he's the custody of the police. So, because of what has been happening in this country, we have declared that today we are not going to sleep. We are going to keep vigil outside the DCI until morning, until we are informed where this young man is, because anything less will be endangering his life. It's only by being in solidarity that we shall be able to secure his life. And nothing is more important than securing the life of a Kenyan to make sure that he lives to see the next day. Morara has committed no mistake to warrant police intervention. He even said that the police says that he stands by what he published. So if he stands by what he published, why don't the police let him face his accusers? Let William Ruto come as a witness for DL like that. And let the matter be taken before a magistrate and we see what happens. Not being used by police, not being detained, not being denied to go back to his family, to his bed. It's not worth it. And we are not going to allow it. And as a statement that Kenya will not go the way some fellows would like us to get into, to go off the cliff. We are not going to go off the cliff. We shall keep this country as a republic, and a republic we shall keep it, because that's the challenge we have. The rule of law must be pronounced across the land, and Kebaso must have the protection of the law, and justice must be done to Morara Kebaso. He has done nothing wrong. He must be booked into a police. If the police have a reason to arrest him, let them award him according to his rights. Of
be arrested by somebody without a GK vehicle, take it to court, create a precedence. If it's unconstitutional for somebody to be moved from one police station to another, take it to court, create a precedence. I want that. So we move away from being victims. Because you are so comfortable in victimhood.
And even
just a quick one. I wanted to add this very quickly to you, Chisabari, just so I clear the L something. When you asked me something about people not following the constitution, rather, I think you're referring to the police or the government in general. When I said that I have not read it, what I meant is this. You see, what you guys do, you pick and choose some parts of the constitution that you think work for you, but what you forget is that there's something like the Police Act that actually allows police to do some certain things that you're not aware of. Even in that very same constitution, you are protected. The police are also protected to do their job. So unless you combine all that to understand what is allowed and what is not allowed, you cannot claim that that these people are not following the constitution. I wanted to just point that out. Thanks.
Yeah, subiri kidogo, Mariam. All over the world, every country in this planet, the police have the monopoly of violence. Something you fuckers need to get in touch with. There is nothing unconstitutional when a policeman is violent.
Oh, man.
That's why they rob tear gas and club you up and down and throw you from the ground to the Mariamus and beat you up with rubber bullets. Everywhere on planet Earth, the police have the monopoly of violence. You need to come with them with that.
George, don't be ignorant about the fact that it's true. What you're saying is very true. They have the monopoly of violence. But again, it's confined in some parameters. It's not just used anyhow.
and
you, your
where
question,
those
Susan.
parameters
Let
are,
me ask
or
you,
where those parameters are
can I ask you a
overstepped,
question? Yes, can I ask?
I am not your mother who failed to discipline you. So if you speak over me one more time, the only thing I can do is to eliminate you from here. I'm not part of your mistakes of growing up. I don't know what this indiscipline means. I don't have the appetite for it. Where the police overstep that parameter, that's where the niggers in America win millions of dollars in cases. In the same country where the police have the monopoly for violence. There are perimeters. Those perimeters are in place because they have been tried in the court of law, and the niggers have always won against the police. So there is always a precedence. There's nothing unique you're saying. There's nothing unique I am saying. The police have the monopoly of violence within parameters. When the police overstep those perimeters, the niggers bank. It's probably happening right now as I finish this sentence. Somewhere is a nigger suing a police department for millions. Those are the kind of presidencies I would want our country to establish. So we know where the limit is. Not cry like victims. Jeffrey Njama.
Hello?
Go ahead.
I'm actually really disappointed. And I know what I'm about to say will cost me. Maybe you drop me from this space. But it is not possible for you to talk to us in a way that seems like you know exactly what is going on in Kenya. So, number one,
As opposed to not knowing? Or
you
what is the
don't
opposite
know.
of knowing?
You don't know. Let me tell you, you don't
What
know.
is the opposite of knowing?
Don't take me to the English fuck, please. You don't know what's going on in Kenya right now.
Are we allowed to speculate?
You are allowed.
That's all we are doing here. Case
That
closed.
makes sense. Makes sense to me. You can't just be bashing
We
everyone's head.
do not owe you cents. And one more thing you said when you started, that you are disappointed.
I
Save
am.
the disappointment.
I
No,
am.
no, 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 no. Save the disappointment for your children. That's the only place your disappointment is valid. Do not spend your disappointment on strangers. Save it for your children. You will need it there. Continue.
It's okay. You can mute me all that you want.
Now, when I unmute you, you're not going to cry about being muted. It's either that or we are going to do a 3-step dog training. It takes repetition of the same training 3 times for a dog to catch it. So if you want that exercise, I can mute you 3 times. So just like a dog, you can catch that exercise, not to complain about being muted. It's your choice. You are unmuted.
Jeffrey,
No,
Jeffrey, do yourself a favor. So don't spend the next 2 minutes complaining about what we've been speaking about. Everyone has had a chance to
Everyone has
defend.
had a chance to defend.
Everyone has had a chance to defend their train of thought. So you tell us what you think, what's on your mind, without complaining about what we are speaking about.
Mama's voice.
Okay, we are like talking about um, what's happening currently on ground, and you guys want to give us advice. Na hamko Kenya, like you don't
So
have.
Jeffrey, what is happening on ground?
Joyfrey, for the next 15 minutes, my name is Miguna Miguna. I am in Toronto, Canada. You do not have a problem with a Miguna Miguna in Canada. So for the next 15 minutes, you do not have a problem with this Miguna Miguna who is in Toronto, Canada. Continue.
Now, unfortunately, though, you cannot
Finish your sentence. Unfortunately, though, you cannot continue from there. I think now we are in the 3 steps of dog training.